I will show you 4 altcoins that I just bought and expect them to grow by 3 times. Today we'll also analyze the Bitcoin ETF situation and obviously our further actions. I assume the Bitcoin will go sideways now. Maybe it will touch $50,000, but then it will go back for a correction, which means that we are waiting for the alt season right now. The first coin I want to show you is called Flow. We can say that this is a fundamental coin. It came out at the end of the bull cycle, and as we can see, it corrected by 97%. It hasn't surged much in the last few months, just 100%, and it didn't break the previous high at the previous local alt season, which was exactly 1 year ago. Although other coins are already trading higher than a year ago during the mini alt season. For example, AVAX, which has grown 5 times from its lows, or Solana, which has demonstrated quite huge growth, or ICP, which was in a sideways movement for a long time and eventually came out of the accumulation zone and grew by 4 times. And it's important to understand that Solana, which was the first to show any growth, and it's already in sideways, and large funds are selling their assets, so we do not have much time. We can observe the accumulation zone during the year in the range of 0.6 $1, and in fact we still haven't left it yet. But if we look a little more globally, we can call the accumulation zone starting from $1.7. I can conclude that this coin can still grow by 2-3 times based on the fact that this project has large funds such as A16Z, Coinbase Ventures, Animoca Brands, and so on. And it's clear that at the end of 2021 they were able to sell their coins to get profit because they had vesting. And in the last 1.5 years, we've seen the accumulation zone where funds buy liquidity to push the price upwards, and no one could prevent it by selling. Considering the fact that Bitcoin is worth $47,000 and the coin is not traded higher than during the previous mini alt season, when the Bitcoin price was around $24,000, based on all this, the Flow coin should be in the range of $1.6–$2, and this is according to conservative estimates. Probably the coin can get out of this global accumulation zone and stay in the range of $3–4 probably, but I'm not gonna be greedy and probably start to sell and gradually fixing the profits from 1.6. The second coin is Dydx. It has a similar chart. The coin came out at the end of the bull market and funds didn't have time to take profits. Here we see a rather large accumulation zone starting from summer 2022 in the range of $1.4–$3. In this zone, a major player bought liquidity, and this project's top investors are A16Z, Paradigm, Electric Capital, and others. And I'm sure that they will not miss the opportunity to pump the asset in this local alt season. We can see on the chart that the coin is near the upper accumulation zone, and there's a high probability that it will break through and go further, despite the fact that the capitalization of Dydx is half the size of the Flow coin. Based on this, a conservative prediction is probably a range from $5 to $7. These are the marks where I will sell part of the asset, but I do not exclude that the price can reach $9, for example, and will be settled in this zone. Also, if Dydx coin grows first, I will rebalance part of the profit into HFT coin, as it's a similar project where Hashflow hasn't grown at all, and it will be quite profitable move. So capitalization of Hashflow is 100 million, and it also has tier 1 funds. And it can easily show 5x growth, and after this go sideways for distribution. Yeah, if we look at the chart of this coin, we see that the price looks as if it was held back, as the coin hasn't grown at all, and it's the accumulation zone. And obviously, there are 2 options. The first one is that people lose faith in the coin, and only after that the funds will send the price to the moon, in the range of probably $1.2–$1.5, and maybe even higher up to $2, and start distribution. And the second option is that the funds obviously do not plan to pump these assets. Therefore, the first target for this coin is the range of $0.8–$1, perhaps in this zone will be a small distribution. I will not be greedy and sell 40%, and then it's quite complicated to understand at what price the token will stop. It can be $1.5–$2, because if we look at the chart, we don't know where the price can stop, because If it overcomes $1 level, then no one from the regular users will hold back the price, because this candle is the moment of listing the coin on ICO, and here it all depends on the funds and their greed, where they will send the coin. If you're thinking on what exchange to choose for trading, I can recommend Bybit. There you'll get good bonuses, so check out the link in the description. The third coin is Filecoin. Yeah, it has a large capitalization and it may not show 3 or 4 time growth like the previous ones, but it's also worth paying attention to because it has grown from the minimum price only twice and it hasn't even traded higher than a year ago when there was a local alt season. And I'm not worried about this asset as it's fundamental, and even if Bitcoin falls down to $20,000 tomorrow, when the bull market starts, we'll be able to sell it profitably. The price for buying Filecoin is $5.7, and I'm waiting for the pump in the range of $10 to $12, where the sideways distribution is likely to start. But I will keep some of the coins as the price can go even higher into the range of $12 to $15, since the accumulation zone we have for 1.5 years is around $5, and sometimes the coin went lower, but not for a long time, so buying a coin at 5.7 I consider very profitable. If you want to see more of my trades and analytics, subscribe to my Telegram channel. It's also important to realize that we don't have much time, as the last time we took the Bitcoin futures ETF, the market was growing for 3 weeks, and then started to fall sharply, so we're now in the culmination stage. We can see that Bitcoin dominance is falling, and most likely this is the last such fall before the growth. I'm waiting for the Bitcoin dominance gains up to 40%, and then the market reverses and Bitcoin falls to the area of $30,000. According to the Bitcoin chart, we are in a sideways trend. It's clearly visible in a 1-day timeframe. But if you look at a 1-hour timeframe, it gets scary and we have a large volatility. 10% up, 10% down. Adopting ETF and starting to talk about adopting ETF for Ethereum means that extreme players want to raise liquidity to sell assets. I hope this information was helpful and see you in the next videos.